the Miami Heat. They are one of the hottest teams, not only in the East, but in the NBA. The Miami Heat are on a 5-game winning streak. They got busy this past weekend, beat the Hornets, and they're looking good. 8-2 in their last 10 games. Talk to me about the Miami Heat. Can they make a deep run in the East or even potentially come out?
They got Erik Spoelstra, yeah.
That's the difference, Ox. I think
Tyler
that's
Hero looking good.
He is.
Tyler always
is cool or whatever.
I had my concerns with the new offense, but he doing his thing. That's really it. He doing his thing. He better than Norman Powell.
I don't think that to be honest,
I don't know if that's a hot take or not.
No, it's not.
That's not out there for sure.
Okay. I mean, they got both of them, so it's like,
injuries have a tendency, Mars, to distort people's vision and make them forget about what another guy actually is or was. Even when that guy comes back, you kind of forget how good this other guy was. Like Tyler Hero, yes, the bucket getter, yeah, he is better than Norman Powell. I'm not going to argue that, but I think that I think Jaime Jaquez is the best rotation player in the game. I think he's winning 6th man of the year. The fact that they are, and I'm trying to Swiper. I'm trying to work over here. I don't know what you're doing, bro, but I'm trying to work over.
I heard Jaime Jaquez is best rotation player in the game.
Yes, I think Jaime Jaquez is the best rotation player in the game. I think that he comes in, and I don't think that there's a guy in the league that gives his team a spark like what Jaime Jaquez has been doing for his team this season. I think he's been fantastic for the Miami Heat. I think the fact that Erik Spoelstra has now played Khalil Ware a little bit more, he actually has looked a lot better, and I think that Bam has actually gotten through to him. He seems to be on the same page with Bam. I thought his rim protection last night was fantastic, Ron, to be honest with you. And you know how I feel about ass kickings. I did not appreciate that ass kicking last night one bit from Detroit. Like, you can't go into Miami and get blown out like you did. If you dudes is serious about being viable come playoff time, you can't go into Miami and get stomped by that team. And I thought that they got dominated in the paint. In addition to them getting dominated in the paint, I thought that they gave very little resistance on the wings. I thought Miami was great in transition. Jaime Jaquez in particular. I'm still not in love with their point guard situation. I do think that they can upgrade at that. I think that the Euro may be that. I think the Euro may be their answer long-term to their point guard situation. I'm not sure, but I don't love their point guard situation right now. And that was without Norman Powell and Andrew Wiggins last night. But yesterday afternoon. Yeah, but I like what this group is doing. I like the fact that they're putting together a streak. Bam has actually been a lot more of a scorer lately, and I like the fact that he's been aggressive. And it's working for them. It is working for them. I would be surprised if they made a deep playoff run, but I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up a little bit higher, like the 4 or 5, like the 5.
Well, they're currently in position to get the 5 seed with the Raptors because the Raptors are spiraling a little bit.
I think that they would give. I think that they would, if they ended up in the 5 seed, I think that they would give Cleveland a run for their money in that round 1. And I don't think it's ridiculous to think that they could take that to 6 or 7 games. I don't think that's ridiculous at all. And when you get into Game 7, we all know what can happen in Game 7. So,
yeah, Miami's a scary team in the East. I think they can give anybody a run for their money.
I don't know about anybody, Ron.
Who can they not chill?
Let's chill out with the anybody.
Who can they not chill?
Like, I mean, I'm not saying that every team, or like, for example, if you look at the landscape of the East, like if they got into a 7-game series with Detroit, I mean, is that a 6-7 game series? It shouldn't be. Like, Detroit should handle it.
Depends on how Detroit's shooting the ball.
Right. Like if they ran up on Boston should handle them.
Should they?
Like,
because it's been other years where Boston should have handled Miami. It's been a few years where Boston should have handled Miami.
Yep.
And they didn't.
I mean, Khalil Ware, Bam, Wiggins, Davion, obviously Hero. Like, no, I mean, they kind of got a squad, bro. Like, if they're hooping right now too. Like, they have a defensive ceiling to them too, bro. Like, I'm just not. I mean, I'm watching the Heat play as a recent, bro. Tyler is getting to it. Like, there's a world where,
Well, you've always been high on him, Swipe, but he's always been a bucket getter. Let's be clear about that. He's always been a bucket getter. But with that being said, I mean, talent, when you get to the playoffs,
who got more talent?
They got To be honest with you,
that's what I'm asking. Well, Tatum's playing, so obviously that's
I think that makes up for a lot of the lack of talent that the Boston Celtics have. But in terms of the system, I think what they're doing in Boston is a lot better than what they're doing in Miami. And
are we discussing Boston and Miami like in a series?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why wouldn't
the Celtics are they're
I think they handle them. I do. I think that they handle them. Because Ron said who gives them who do they not give them a run for their money? I think the Celtics handle them in 5 games, Ron. I do. No. I think the Celtics straight handled them dudes in 5 games.
That is belt.
Yes.
Jimmy's not over there anymore. But there's no Jimmy Butler in Miami anymore. So.
The Knicks. I mean, I think that it could be like a 5-6 game dogfight, but I think that the Knicks handle them too. Yes. I think the Knicks would handle them too.
I just feel like summarily dismissing the Heat is always it's not paid off well. Whenever they've been healthy in the playoffs, they've been a beast to beat.
Yeah,
they just weren't healthy 2 years ago when they lost. No, but I'm saying
have
2
that
years
quality of player over there anymore.
No, but I don't think they're as star driven as that. I do think there's something to their pieces. Like this year, Bam is playing very well as of late. I think Andrew Wiggins obviously is playing super well. Tyler Hero wasn't available obviously in the last couple of runs they've had. He's playing very well right now. They do have a very nice bench. It does matter. I think that they have Khalil Ware and Bam Adebayo that can play with, or just one on the court at each time. I'm just saying, like, I would not, if you told me they're up 2-1 in the series, I mean, that's just not out of the realm of possibility.
It is.
They have a lot of really good pieces as well. I think the Davion Mitchell, like, Bam core with Wiggins is also good too. Like, they're also they're a really good team. Again, like winning a series is going to be a problem, but saying they're going to be competitive in series, I don't have any issue with that at all. Especially how they're playing.
I don't necessarily think that you have to be star driven, because you know how I feel about the star driven teams today, Swiper. But I mean, with my star being better than yours, especially in that series with the Heat and the Celtics, yeah, I'm going to take the Celtics star over. I mean,
I'll take the Celtics to win as well. But yeah, for sure.
Miami is getting absolutely throttled in a series against the Celtics this year. They don't stand a chance. We're just going to act as if Jimmy Butler was not the X factor for Miami in those playoff runs when they were making it deep. The only reason why they beat Milwaukee is because Jimmy Butler had a game going for 50 plus and then another 40 plus. That's no longer over there. When they were playing Boston and they were competing with Boston, it's because Jimmy Butler was all of a sudden having these 40-point, 8 rebound, 8. That's no longer over there. That they're getting mollywopped by the Celtics. Not even close. They're getting beat max 5 games. This is ridiculous that we're even talking about.
They should serve them, Swiper. They should 100% serve them dudes.
I want to see this series. I absolutely want to see this series because I do think Miami gives them a run for their money. I think that we sleeping on the Tyler Hero, Norman Powell duo, them just getting buckets. Like they want to shoot it out, and they can shoot it out. We sleeping on Bam and Khalil, big man duo.
I don't know if we're sleeping on them, Ron. I'm not sure that we're sleeping on them though. Sleeping on them isn't the word that I would use more than if I'm looking at the Celtics.
When it gets there, I might be willing to put some money on it. Like for real, I really might be.
Mm-hmm. Hey, depending on them odds, man, put a couple hundred on Miami. As long as your bills is paid, man, I'm telling you. Because my thing, Tyler Hero and Norman Powell shoot it out with anybody. I think.
No, they can't. No, they cannot shoot it out with anybody. No,
they can't shoot it out with. They can't shoot it out with Clay and Steph, but anybody in the NBA today, you know what I'm saying? Any who in the East can't they shoot it out with?
Well,
what I'm making.
Who are they going to get into a shootout with? Like there aren't any teams.
Well, what you think of Donovan Mitchell and James Harden or something?
Yes, I think that they get served by them dudes. Served. I think that I think they dump truck them.
That's actually a series I would like to see though this year, Cleveland Miami. I would like to watch that series. I can't pick. It's probably better money to go with Miami. I mean Cleveland. But then again, while you think about Jaime Jaquez off that bench, you think, man, I'm taking Miami.
But and you just seen what Miami did to Detroit, and I know you guys are gonna say, "Oh, Detroit's not Cleveland or Detroit's not the Celtics." They did that last night, beat the hell out of them. They didn't have no Andrew Wiggins, no Norman Powell, no Nikola Jovic, no Simone Fontecchio. Like they did it without 4 guys that are rotational.
Yeah, no Jovic. That's who he's hanging the hat on.
Jovic is a good player.
Chill. So you saying that about Jovic, but Carter Bryant out here getting much respect.
You don't think Jovic is a good player?
Every time I see Nikola Jovic, he has 6 points, 4 rebounds, and 3.
He's a rotational player.
Carter Bryant just had 5 points and 3 rebounds the other night.
Carter Bryant, what you arguing with me for?
The reason why I'm arguing Carter, the reason why I was arguing for Carter Bryant was because
Chill be picking and choosing when he want to mess with a role player or something.
No, I'm not picking and choosing.
Like Carter Bryant changes the whole series, but Jovic is just he's just chopped liver.
Okay, and so Jovic, who I'm watching, as opposed to Carter Bryant, defensively, way different than what Jovic brings offensively. Jovic, if you take Jovic out as a shooter, he ain't giving you nothing else. Carter Bryant can actually give me, and he can give me energy. If you take
Jovic out as a shooter, if you take Carter Bryant off as a shoot the gap guy?
No, but you can't.
He's a shoot the gapper.
No, but you can't. No, it's not just shooting gaps. It's the other stuff. It's the 50.
What is he doing? Getting cooked in ISO?
You can't. I'm sorry, by Kawhi Leonard. Meanwhile,
by anybody.
Not by anybody.
I'm talking about anybody worthy of this conversation.
So anybody worthy of this conversation is roasting him. That I'm not going at that. Jovic, on the other hand,
Jovic cooking Carter Bryant in ISO.
No, he is not. And not only do I not think that. I think that what Carter Bryant brings, the 50-50 stuff, the in-between stuff, the extra possessions, that stuff right there, I think is more valuable than Jovic making shots. Because if he's not making shots, then we could take him out of the series. We could take him out of games. We've seen that before with him. A rookie
fine, chill. Carter do better than Jovic. Fine. That's I don't even want to do all that because I'm kind of, you know what? I would probably take Carter Bryant over Jovic. That's fine. That's fine. What I'm saying is this. The important part is this. They're not neither one of these dudes are going to
Jovic is better than Carter Bryant right now, by the way.
Cool. Either way. I'm saying Carter Bryant does bring energy, hustle plays, things that matter, right? So let me not make it seem like I'm just knocking Carter Bryant because you know what I'm saying. I like the young fella, right? I do, honestly, I do. What all I'm saying though, Chill, is that neither one of these dudes are real needle movers for you to just throw Nikola Jovic to the side, just kick him to the curb like a can, but then big up Carter Bryant. That was my only point to that. Like I think the other guys on Miami are just as good, if not better, than a lot of the other guys on these other teams. On top of that, they're being coached by Erik Spoelstra, who knows how to utilize them, who empowers them to help his team get better. So that's why I'm bringing up these guys: Jaime Jaquez, Jovic, Davion Mitchell, all these guys, even Fontecchio. And y'all know I don't really care much for Fontecchio. You know what I'm saying? But these dudes are going to be empowered because they have a coach like Erik Spoelstra. Shout out to Mr. Johnson. But Erik Spoelstra knows how to utilize the other guys like no coach I've ever seen.
And I can say the same thing.
Was Miami hurt last year?
No, they just got mopped by Cleveland.
They just got mollywopped.
Yeah, they got
but
ran
now
they lost every game by 600.
Why are you bringing up last year?
They got mopped so bad, no one actually watched the series.
Nobody watched the goddamn.
They didn't have Norman Powell last year either.
Miami's a better team this year
than they were this year.
Khalil Wells not as
That's fine, but they were healthy. That's it. They were healthy.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's cool. But they didn't have Norman Powell, and Khalil Ware wasn't,
and Jaime Jaquez is two different people from this year.
Jaime Jaquez did have a down season last year too.
I just value
Norman is the difference between getting mollywopped by Cleveland and beating or competing with Boston.
No, I actually think the difference is actually having a competent defensive ceiling, which they do have now, and having offensive players that can get to it.
What is their defense?
No, facts.
Well, I mean, I don't know why you do that, real talk. Because every time you do that, you just show that you don't actually watch this team, which is fine. You don't watch Miami, but I do think them having.
No, you're not going to accuse me of something because I disagree with you. Just state your dumbass point, and then we can move on.
Go ahead. Real talk.
Miami's going to compete with Boston. Boston.
You're not offering an opinion. You're just whenever I bring something
my
up,
opinion
you're saying that
is god awful.
No, but I'm making an assessment based on the basketball. I'll make an assessment. That's fine. I'll make an assessment based on the basketball. I'm just more direct. So as you continue to talk about me and the things that I'm talking about, let me talk about why Miami has a chance. I think the other side of this is them having an opportunity to put Khalil Ware, Bam, Wiggins, and Davion on the floor. I think that's going to matter a lot for them. And I think the issue is that they do have a Norman Powell. They do have a Tyler Hero. They do have offensive players they can utilize. It doesn't mean they're going to win the series. But you know what I mean? Shout out to y'all, man. Like, cool. Ron, we can just not talk about basketball at all. Like, I just
haven't been talking about basketball all day.
I've been letting y'all talk. Y'all been yapping about like just random things. So I've been letting y'all cook. Go ahead.
About random things. We're talking about the
I'm talking about I'm talking about the series. You asked a question. I'm bringing up the Heat. That's what we're doing.
Brought up
I don't think saying that they had Jimmy Butler in 23. And then saying they don't have Jimmy Butler now, it's like a salient point. They obviously don't have the same player. That's not going to be how they win basketball games.
It is a salient point because he was the reason why they were winning playoff series. Majority.
I just value really quickly, Ron. Ox, you made a valid point about both Jovic and Brian. I just value when the playoffs start. I value guys that do that in between stuff because that's the stuff that's going to win ball games. Because I know that my stars are going to be stars. So more times than not, this guy is going to cancel this guy out. What I mean when I say this guy is going to cancel this guy out, I don't mean he's going to shut him down. I don't mean he's going to outplay this guy. If I get 28 and 13 from Shaq, I'm going to get 27 and 12 from Tim Duncan. That's going to cancel out that production. The difference is going to be, what am I going to get from Robert Horry? What am I going to get from Derek Fisher? What am I going to get from Bryant Shaw? Guys like that. And I think about Carter Bryant coming into the game and giving me 10, 15 minutes of just energy and defense. That could be the difference in us winning a game, because if we stay close, or even if we stay close, if we get a turnover or extra rebound here, that could be the difference in us winning ball games. That's why I love guys like that. I feel like guys like Jovic can get taken out of a series because he doesn't do the in-between stuff nearly as much as Carter Bryant does.
It's the panel. Religion get built on cam. Where the check throw smoke and the hoes go ham. You ain't never seen hoops out here did raw. Every take got weight, every night we drop. This that barbershop. Courtside, worldwide tone. Welcome to the only show that really feel like numbers jumping like the score.